Hello everyone, welcome to my kitchen, and today we are going to do something called Kurra Podi or curry powder that could be used in brinjal, bottle gourd, and few other vegetables as a stuffing. This is chana dal, uh, which is about 2 cups, and then we have a half cup urad dal and 1 tablespoon peppercorns. And remember, you can always reduce the spiciness by reducing the amount of peppercorns or red chilies that I'm going to show according to your taste. This doesn't have to be the exact measurements that I told you right here. And then you take dhaniya, uh, about half cup, and then 20 to 25 red chilies. We eat spicy. And then 1 whole garlic. Garlic in US is not as pungent as in India. That's the reason we take 1 whole garlic with a skin on. And then we take 1/4 cup of jeera. And then you have I prefer a steel skillet or a steel something like this bowl, because it roasts the ingredients much better than a non-stick. And you don't have to use oil, you could use dry ingredients. You can also use dry coconut. I don't prefer because I can't store it for longer. This one we can store it for a longer time. So let's start with the first ingredient. This takes a little longer to roast, therefore I'm going to add this first, and then I'll follow it with urad dal, and then I will add dhaniya and then jeera. So let's start. So the pan is hot. I'm just going to roast it. These need to turn into golden brown or like a reddish brown color. So let's just try to roast it, and then I'll show you how does it look after you roast it. You have to roast it halfway, and then you can add urad dal, because if you completely roast it, it could get very black or dark at the end, which we don't want. Therefore we are just going to roast it very carefully, and then I'll show you later. Okay. So we have roasted them a little bit, not very much. If you see, there are little brown spots on these. And again, one more thing I wanted to tell was that you can avoid garlic if you like, because during festivals usually there are some families that don't eat garlic. So just a disclaimer there, you can avoid garlic if you don't eat garlic, and or whoever is allergic to garlic. Now these have been roasted about like 1/4, or like to an extent of 1/4 that they need to be roasted for, if you can see. So I have reduced the flame now because I don't want them to burn. If you see here, right here, I think this will pick up. Yeah, so after that we are going to add our half cup urad dal and a tablespoon of peppercorns right here, and then we're going to roast this again. And then after you add a lot of ingredients, then we'll add these small ingredients like cumin, because they could get burnt. So I prefer it to be added at the end, most likely. These and dhaniya. We'll add this one so that it doesn't right now with skin, because it doesn't get watery and the dal doesn't stick to the garlic clove. And then at the end goes all these three: the red chilies, the dhaniya, and the cumin. And after 5 or 10 minutes we are going to add the garlic cloves. So I've added the garlic cloves into the pan. Now I'm going to roast it for another 10 minutes, and then I will add the dhaniya or the coriander seeds, the dry red chilies, and make sure to roast them. And at the end I'm going to add the cumin seeds, and then I'll leave this to cool down, and then I will grind it in my blender. So at this point you can smell the dal's roasted, the roasted smell of the dal. So I have reduced the flame now, and I'm going to add the dhaniya and the dry red chilies into the pan, and I'm going to roast them for about another 5 minutes, as dhaniya does not take longer to roast. So I'm just going to add that, and then at the end I'm going to add cumin. And for those of you who are from south of India, or whose mother tongue is like me, who's is Telugu, here chana dal is sennaga pappu, urad dal is minnapa, and miriyalu is black pepper, dhaniyalu is the coriander seeds or dhaniya, and then garlic is garlic is garlic, and then I have jella, which is cumin or jeera. So I'm going to. So we have roasted the cumin seeds at the end. It took about a minute roughly. They don't take longer to roast since the pan was very hot, and so we have transferred them into a steel plate, or any plate is fine. I happen to have this big plate. It's called pallem in Telugu, and please find the measurements of this recipe in the description box below. It's also called curry powder in Hyderabad or Andhra Pradesh, or now Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. It's called curry powder, Kurra Podi. So you can use this in brinjal, bottle guards, bottle guard, snake guard. You can put it even in potato roasted. When you roast the potato, you can just sprinkle the powder on top. Kids will like it, at least my son does. So we'll see you soon with another recipe, and don't forget to like this video, and also please find the recipe in the description box below, and also you can omit the peppercorns and the garlic if you please. This is just my addition. Originally my mom doesn't put any garlic or peppercorns in these. It's just the way it is. I happen to like these additions to the curry powder, therefore I have added them. For any further questions, please comment below, and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you, and stay tuned for more recipes. Thank you. Bye. So now I'm going to add the jeera or cumin. I have mentioned about the measurements of the ingredients at the beginning of the video, and again the garlic in Telugu it's called velullipaya, and you're just going to roast this for another minute. It doesn't take longer, and then we'll let it to cool down, and then we'll blend it. And you can add the salt in the beginning, or you can add it when you're adding it to the curry. So yeah, so again we'll go over the ingredients. It is sennaga pappu, minnapa, జీలకర్ర, వెల్లుల్లిపాయ, ఎండుమిరపకాయలు, and then dhaniyalu or coriander seeds, and then miriyalu, which is pepper, black pepper. So I have added all the roasted ingredients of the Kurra Podi or the curry powder, and I'm going to blend them or grind them. This is just an Indian mixie jar that I'm going to grind in. So yeah, let me grind that. So this is how I have roasted the curry powder. I have dry roasted it, and I have grinded it or blended it in a mixie jar, and this is how it should look. I usually don't make it into a smooth powder. Usually kandi podi, there's another powder which is made using tur dal, that is made into a nice soft powder. That's how I like it. This one I like to keep it slightly coarse, like if you see here, slightly coarse, and you can add these to the curries. And again, please find the recipe in the description box below. Stay tuned for more recipes, and see you soon.